Hi everyone, I am back in the UK. It's the first time that I'm sitting in this chair after going away on holiday, and I thought what better way to start than to talk you through the products that I actually used on holiday. I'm not going to go through everything that I took with me because honestly, I seriously overpacked and I hardly used any of the things that I took. So I'm just going to talk about the things that were an absolute godsend to me. I highly recommend. I will take these on holiday with me next time and 100% guaranteed I will use them because they are superb. So if you are new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload new beauty content on this channel every single week and I would absolutely love it. If you are enjoying what you're watching throughout any of this video, please consider clicking on the like button, the subscribe button, and that notification bell. If you are a returning viewer, if you've already hit that subscribe button, hello to you as well. Welcome back. So I'm going to go through all the products that I used in order. So starting from first thing in the morning, running all the way through to when I go to bed at night. So the first thing that I would do is take my supplements. Not going to go through my supplements because what I take doesn't necessarily mean that you should be taking the same thing. And some people don't believe in supplements and that is totally fine. But if you do have any medication, these are worth their weight in gold. I bought this before I went away on holiday because I looked at the supplements that I take on a daily basis and I thought, I can't take every single bottle of those with me, so I dispensed them into a little pill organizer and I took this away. I got this from Amazon, I will link it below, but there are so many different versions that you can get. Some with multiple compartments, so if you take some in the afternoon, there are some with multiple compartments that will suit those needs as well, but I only take them mornings and evenings, so this suited my needs and yeah, it was just so useful. Now, considering what I do for a living, you may be surprised to know that when I'm on holiday with my family, I don't go massively into skincare in a morning. For me, the only thing that is necessary when I'm away with the kids, with Wes, is my SPF. And I took quite a few with me because I wanted to test out lots of different things that I haven't tested before. So this is the Altruist Sunscreen SPF. This is the 30. I took the SPF 50 and it was superb. Non-greasy, superb filters. None of us even went the slightest bit of pink, let alone burnt throughout the day. We applied first thing in the morning. The kids were in and out of the pool all day. And one of the reasons that I really love this is the convenience of having a pump. You don't have several sunscreens on the go trying to get to the bottom of them, trying to empty them, which always happens when you're away on holiday. This one is a huge one and it lasted the entire 7 days. So absolutely fantastic. Sank in very easily, super easy to apply, and the kids didn't complain. I did take 4 facial sunscreens with me. I'm going to whip through them very quickly. So the only one that is a chemical sunscreen, which is my usual preference, is a tried and tested sunscreen by me. This is the L'Oreal Bright Reveal Dark Spot UV Fluid. I brought this one basically because all the others are mineral sunscreens. I know I'm not always a massive fan of mineral sunscreens, so if I felt like I really didn't want to use a mineral sunscreen or try something new on a specific day, this was my fallback. I love it. Sinks into the skin really beautifully, effortless to apply, no oily residue. What's not to like? The other 3 that I took away with me, one I've tried before, which is the Summer Fridays SPF 30, really beautiful, doesn't feel like a mineral sunscreen. This is not drying on my skin. This doesn't make my skin feel tight, no chalkiness. It's just lovely, very milky and lightweight in consistency. I wish it was more than SPF 30, but it is a beautiful mineral sunscreen all the same. The other one that I brought was from OneSkin. This is the OS1 Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 30. Again, only a 30 sunscreen. A little bit disappointing for me, but a beautiful sunscreen all the same. They do a tinted version, which is the one that I took on holiday, and a non-tinted version, which is the one that I left at home. I'm actually now kicking myself wishing that I'd taken the non-tinted version, because although this is the tinted version, a beautiful sunscreen, and doesn't feel drying on the skin, doesn't feel tightening on the skin, this was a little bit problematic and challenging to apply by a pool when you didn't have a mirror. Because it was tinted and because I'm applying it over and over again throughout the day, by the end of the day I did have a little bit of a line, like a foundation mark residue around the perimeter of my forehead going into my hairline. So if you have really light coloured hair like me and a really light skin tone, this might not be the one you want to be using when you don't have a mirror, but great for in the day anyway. Great protection also. My favourite though, and the one that I've wanted to reach for the majority of the time that I've been away, is from Murad. This is the Environmental Shield. It's got an SPF of 45, which for me is better than 30, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to reach for this most often. But not just that, the silky smoothness of this formula, the fact that this does not feel like a mineral sunscreen at all. It is milky, it is lightweight, it is hydrating. I was blown away by how much I loved this. Unfortunately, it does have quite a hefty price tag, so that's something you have to bear in mind. But for me, I would buy this again if I was going away on holiday, and I've used this today underneath my makeup, and makeup goes on beautifully over the top of it. It does have a slight oily residue when you first apply, but that oily residue dissipates very quickly. Very easy also to apply the correct amount in one go, which I think is a massive thing for a mineral sunscreen. So we got in from the pool, we had a shower. The first thing I made sure that everybody did when getting out of the shower was to make sure that their skin was all right, either on their face, on their body, wherever. I wanted to make sure that their skins weren't parched from the seawater, which is really salty, so can dehydrate your skin very, very quickly, or the chlorine from in the pool. Now, this is also great if you've been out in the sun for a little bit too long and you've gone a bit pink, or even worse. This is worth its weight in gold, and I highly recommend you check it out if you've never heard of it before. It's from Tropic Skincare, and it's the Tamanu Balm. It's the all-in-one skin savior, and truly, this seriously is. It doesn't smell the best, I'm not gonna lie. It smells quite earthy, but it does the job, and you hardly need any of this. As you can see, hardly any has disappeared through the 7 days for 4 people. The Tamanu oil that's in here is really repairing and replenishing, and there are lots of other ingredients that are extremely hydrating and nourishing for the skin. And honestly, if you pop this on parched skin, within minutes, your skin feels calmer, just more hydrated, more nourished, and much, much happier. By the way, when I say a little goes a long way, I seriously mean it. Apply a small amount, your skin drinks this in and it sinks in very, very quickly. Whereas if you over apply this, this will sit on the surface of your skin and you will look super shiny. You will also slip off every surface that you sit on, lean against. It's got a lot of oils in here, so you don't need to over apply. A little bit goes a very long way. Before I applied my makeup in the evening, always like to make sure that my skin was hydrated and nourished with the Dr. Sam's Flawless Moisturiser Intense. This is such a great moisturiser. I've spoken about it so many times. I was definitely not leaving this at home. It was coming with me and I definitely used it. For my makeup in the evening, boy did I overpack. I seriously overpacked. I packed makeup for every single eventuality. I'm not quite sure where I thought I was going or what I thought I needed, but obviously it was way too much. Way too much. And every single evening I did this makeup look. So I'm going to talk you through it, all the products that I used, and it was very simple, quick, and easy. I did take my makeup case from Amazon. It was such a great find and I used it every single day. I housed all of my makeup and skincare in here, and I ended up taking the mirror out of the case to do my makeup because although these are absolutely great, these little straps that are supposed to hold it open, sometimes they slipped and it got annoying, especially when you were in a rush to do your makeup because you just wanted to get out for the evening and enjoy yourself. So I did take the makeup mirror out of the case. It does have its own stand on there, so it's really convenient, and it does have a light, which I haven't recharged since getting back from holiday. This has had 7 days worth of use and it's still bright enough. So what makeup did I actually use every single day? So first and foremost, the e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel. Such great hold on this, great product, goes on white, dries clear. I push this back with my finger and it's just got superb hold. Even with the heat and humidity, this will last all day. Then I went in with my Maybelline Builder Brow to just fill in any sparse areas. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I didn't bother using this at all. I just used the brow laminating gel, but sometimes I just felt that added need to look a little bit more polished, so I went in with the Builder Brow. Then I decided to do things slightly differently. I went in with my concealer first before foundation. Completely backwards for me. I usually do it the other way, but there was a method to my madness. I just found that my foundation went on so much nicer and I felt like I needed less of it if my under eyes were already concealed. After filming my full face of Dior before I left to go on holiday, I absolutely fell in love with the new Dior Forever Skin Perfect face stick. I have the shade 1N. I could not go on holiday without this. I just love everything about it. It is smooth, it is buttery, it blends out very easily just with tapping motions, and you can sheer this out and have very little coverage, or build this up and have a really good medium coverage if that's what you require on a specific day. And I just thought it's such a versatile product. I wanted to use it and I did pick it up every single day and use it whilst I was away on holiday. To warm it up though, instead of using the new Dior Forever contour stick, which is more of a contour than a bronzer, I decided to take the Rare Beauty bronzing stick in the shade Happy Sol. Such a nice warm product just to warm up the forehead where the sun would hit if I allowed the sun to get anywhere near me, on the tops of my cheekbones, on the tip of my chin, down my nose, just to give me a little bit more of a bronzy edge. Again, this is buttery and smooth, very easy to blend out and very beginner friendly. If you've never used a bronzing stick before, this is one of the products that I would recommend. I took 3 eyeshadow palettes with me, or did I take 4? I think I might have taken 4. You see what I mean by seriously overpacking? I only used one. That's all I used. This is the YSL Mini Clutch in the shade 100. As you can see, the shades are just superb. They are classy neutrals and very wearable every single day. You can zhuzh this up with a little bit of sparkle if you want to. You can have this quite plain with more of the satin finishes. I loved just putting a tiny bit of this smoky brown shade in the outer corner just to make it look a little bit more evening, make my eyes look a little bit more sultry. Just superb shadows. The quality, the blendability is beautiful. I just wanted a palette that was very easy to use and took the choice away from me because I found that quite overwhelming while I was away on holiday, and this just suited every single need that I had. I'm obviously not going to go anywhere without my trusty Refa eyelash curlers. I do not apply mascara to my lashes unless they have been curled, so that was a definite must for me. And then I applied a couple of coats of the L'Oreal Lash Paradise waterproof mascara. You do have to add a little bit of powder to the upper lids if you are in a humid climate, if you have really oily upper lids, or if you have really oily under eyes. This is waterproof, it is not oil proof. So if you do have very oily skin, just apply a little bit of powder to those areas to avoid any sort of smudging or panderize of any sort. So I made sure that I powdered the areas in question and got no bleeding or smudging all the way through the evening, which was fantastic. I then powdered my under eyes, but not the rest of my face yet. I am going to go on to powder the rest of my face with exactly the same product, but for now, I just wanted to set my under eyes. And this product has really, really surprised me. This is the Professional Power Powder, and I just think it is superb. This is on another level. This will set your face. It will also hold your oils at bay. So if you do live in that really hot, humid climate and you're worried about your face getting shiny throughout the day, this is a definite winner for me. And it held my makeup in place for the entire of the evening. And it was hot, it was sweaty, and my face was still intact. For blush, of course, I took the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blush in the shade Moment. I love everything about this blush. It blends superbly well. It's very easy to apply. It's very pigmented if you want a real flush, but if you want it to be very muted and soft, you can also get that from it as well. I love the texture of the formula. I just think it is so smooth, so silky and soft. It's just beautiful. I always put a little bit of the Victoria Beckham Instant Brightening Waterline Pencil in my lower waterline just to brighten everything up, to widen my eyes and make them look a little bit bigger, more awake, very fresh. I don't tend to put mascara on my lower lashes during the day or when I'm wanting to look more natural, a little bit less done. I find that putting mascara on my lower lashes can sometimes look a little bit heavy on me. So this waterline pencil is enough. It just zhuzhes things up enough without that heaviness of the mascara on the lower lashes. Then I always like to apply a lip liner to create that bit more definition. I am losing a lot of the border of my lips, so I like to add that back in just to give my lips a little bit more shape. This is from Givenchy and it's the lip liner in the shade 10 Beige Mousseline. It's practically exactly the same shade as my lip color. So it's very, very natural looking. I do like to not only line the border of my lip, but I also come in a little bit and then smudge that together to add a little bit of color to the lip as well. And then just to add a little bit of sparkle and shine, I go in with the Golden Glimmer Gloss from Natasha Denona. I took so many lipsticks and other lip products with me on holiday, and these two were the only ones that I wanted to use. For my hair, this is a multi-purpose product and I can wear my hair in several different ways using this product. It's the Colour Wow 1 Minute Transformation. If I decided to wear my hair down, which was very rare, I only did it for the first couple of days, just a tiny little bit of this in the palm of my hand, really rub that in and then brush that through the hair with my fingertips, just smooths everything off, stops that humidity frizz, and just gets my hair looking the way I want it to look with no flyaways. That was one way that I used it. The second way that I used it for the other 5 nights of the holiday was if I wanted to scrape my hair back, I tended to have a central part and then a high ponytail, either with a plait in it or just let the ponytail run free. I used to smooth this along the tops of my hair to really slick back that ponytail, look really stylish, really sophisticated and sleek. And it held the position all evening without any flyaways of any of those broken hairs or new hair growth. Everything was just slicked in position. So definitely recommend this. And B absolutely loves this now. And to film this video, I had to go and fetch this from her bedroom. I shall be having words. I have to mention my Aquis towel. This is a quick drying head towel. I used to put this on as soon as I got out of the shower. I didn't need anything to hold my hair in place because I used the Aquis towel hair turban while I was putting my makeup on, and then by the time I took the towel off, my hair was practically dry and I just had to blast it with the hairdryer that was provided by the hotel. So yeah, just want to give that a quick mention. However, you don't need to spend the money on an Aquis towel. B bought a quick drying towel from Asda the other day for £5, I think it was, and it's superb. To take all my makeup off at the end of the day, there was no better option than the Bioma Melting Balm Cleanser. I've gone on about this a lot. I try not to take super expensive products away with me on holiday just in case they get broken or lost, or if I've used a lot of the product and there's only a tiny bit left in the bottom, I'll leave it there. Whereas with a really expensive product, I'm going to want to bring that back with me. And this does everything I need it to do, and it's super affordable as well. Really nice consistency, very soft, melts all of my makeup and SPF from my skin, and it's really nourishing and hydrating, non-drying formula. So absolutely love this and couldn't think of a better cleanser to take away with me on holiday when my skin is going to be under the elements and need really looking after. So I had a little bit of a bedtime ritual while I was away, and I found a couple of products that are absolutely unreal and did me the world of good. When I went to Dubai, on day 10, I think it was, one of the staff in the hotel, who were absolutely beautiful, came up to me and asked me if I was having a nice first day, because I looked like it was the first day of my holiday on day 10, because I don't tan because I sit in the shade all the time. And everybody that had been there for even 3 days had a glorious bronze glow. And for me, I was like milk bottle white. So I was determined I wasn't going to make the same mistake again, but I was still going to sit in the shade with my hat, my sunglasses, and SPF 50 all over my body. So the way I got that beautiful bronzy glow is I faked it. And I used the Gatineau Golden Glow Gradual Tan, which is so beautiful. I used this the night before we left, so I had a little bit of a starting tan, and then used this every day to every other day while we were away. It's a really nice body moisturizer anyway, so I didn't feel the need to have another body moisturizer as well as this. I only took this away. It does still have that biscuit fragrance the day after using it, so it's not one of those gradual tanners with no scent to it whatsoever, although when you're first applying it, you don't get that scent. It's after it's developed a little bit that that scent is there, but it didn't bother me in the slightest, and I had the most beautiful bronzy glow. Now, if you're wanting to use something on the face as well, I did take 2 products with me because I wasn't sure how the Coco and Eve anti-aging tanning serum was going to go for me. So I also took my Beautiful Skin Island Glow Easy Tanning Drops from Charlotte Tilbury. I'd used these previously and I really did like them. However, these have taken over from Coco and Eve because they're so much easier to apply. You don't have to mix them with your moisturizer. It's really nourishing and hydrating. It is very serum-like. It's quite dark when you apply it, but very, very simple to apply, and it's beautiful on the skin. My skin was glowing the morning after, and it gives a very nice natural tan. So that's it. That's everything I used. Definitely not everything I took. I probably took 3 or 4 times the amount that I actually used because I am that person that overpacks every single time I go away on holiday. And I would like to say I've learnt my lesson from this, but you can guarantee I will do the same again next time. Anyway, really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you've thought about it in the comments section. Have you been away this year? Did you overpack? Please make me feel better and tell me you overpacked. I seriously overpacked. I was worried that my case was going to be over and I was going to have to pay excess baggage. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. Really hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.